Princess Alba was beautiful. Her hair was as soft as silk. Her eyes shone, and her smile was as warm as the sun. Everybody loved her. If she wanted anything, her father gave it to her. The princess liked her beautiful clothes and her rings and bracelets. But her favorite toy was a golden ball. She loved to throw it high and catch it as it fell from the sky. One day, the princess was playing by the apple tree next to the well. This was her special place. She sang a little song as she tossed the golden ball up into the air. She ran to catch it, but the wind caught it, and with a splash, the ball dropped into the well. The princess watched as it sank slowly in the dark, deep water. Tears ran down her cheeks, and she began to cry. "Don't cry, beautiful lady." Princess Alba was surprised. There was nobody near. Who was watching her? Who was talking to her? "I can get it for you," said a croaky voice. The princess looked down, and there on the wall of the well was a small green frog. "Oh, please get it for me. I will give you gold and silver. You can have anything that you want." The green frog blinked and smiled. "All I want is for promise me your friendship. You too." The princess did not believe that the frog wanted such a small reward. She was shaking. "Please get my ball, then come to dinner tonight and we shall be friends." Splash! The frog dived deep into the well. The princess waited nervously. Plop! The frog appeared with the ball in his hands. He threw it to the princess who, without a word of thanks, picked it up and ran off towards the palace. That night, as Princess Alba sat down to dinner with her father, she heard a gentle knock on the door. Then she heard a croaky voice. "Remember the promise you made to me beneath the shade of the apple tree." The princess ran to the door. There, standing in the hall, dressed in a shirt and a bow tie, was the little green frog. The princess was shocked. She forgot her promise. "Go away!" she shouted. She shut the door with a loud bang. The princess went back to the table and told her father about the lost ball and the frog. He looked at her with kind eyes and said, "My darling, why did you not thank him for his kindness? Do you really want to break your promise? Open the door and ask him to dine with us." She opened the door and looked down at the frog, who smiled his wide smile and began to sing. "You have opened the door, my princess dear. You have opened the door, and your true love is here. Please lift me upon the chair," he said to the princess, "and let me sit next to you." When she did this, the frog said, "Put your plate nearer to me so I can share your food." The frog had fine manners. He was polite and chatted to the king and the princess as they dined. The king liked the frog. He was surprised that a frog knew so much. He invited him to stay for the night and told servants to prepare the bedroom. Guest. The frog slept in silk sheets. His room was beautiful. The next morning, he sat next to the princess at breakfast. She smiled when he spoke to her. She liked his croaky voice and his wide smile. After breakfast, they walked in the garden. The frog hopped along beside the princess. She liked talking with him. He was funny and made her laugh. When they came to the pond, the frog looked up at the princess and smiled his wide smile. "You kept your promise. You gave me your friendship. Now, I shall leave you." The princess sat down close to the frog. A tear ran down her cheek. No, don't go. I like you. Please stay." As she said these words, there was a loud crash, and all around went dark. Slowly, her eyes opened, and there, in front of her, was the most handsome man she had ever seen. He told her that he was a prince, but an evil fairy changed him into a frog. He could return to his real life when somebody spoke the magic words. Those magic words were "don't go." please stay." "You gave me back my life," cried the prince. "How can I ever repay you?" Princess Alba took both his hands and sang, "Open your heart, my prince, my dear. Open your heart. Your true love is here."